up! Hands up! Please. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hands on your back. Hands on your back. I'm here.
You're not listening. I got one already done.
Yep. What's going on? What is this about?
Got a warrant, bro.
You fucking listen to us before someone gets hurt, man. That's how shit goes down.
You getting it, Rick?
Sorry, you got it. My bad.
What about my phone? We'll get you a phone. We'll grab the stuff. Yep. Just leave this coffee.
Come on, man. Walk.
You're watching a moment that is more than 20 years in the making. At around 10 a.m. on May 2nd, 2001, 49-year-old Leslie Prier was expected at work. At 10:40, she was close to an hour late without notifying her boss, Brett Reedy. He soon became worried about her absence and called her husband to ask where she was. Both unsure of her whereabouts, the men decided to go check on Leslie at home. That's when they found the front entrance covered in blood and Leslie nowhere in sight.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm at Drummond, Debbie Chase. I work for a company and we didn't have a call from an employee. We just walked in the door, our husband and I, and there's blood in the foyer, and it looks like something possibly happened.
You're not in the house anymore, are you?
We're in the house right now. The husband's looking around.
You're with the husband?
I'm with the husband, yes.
When was the last time
The last time the husband saw her was 7:45 this morning.
Did she have a car or anything?
No, she was going to walk to the bus.
Is there a lot of blood?
But it looks like there's possibly a struggle, a couple things knocked down.
Can I ask you guys to step out of the house?
Sure.
When police arrived and searched the home, Leslie was found dead in her bathtub. She had suffered severe blunt force injuries to the head and strangulation. Evidence showed someone had attacked her near the front entrance before she was moved upstairs to the bathroom. Her attacker ran scalding hot water over her body in an attempt to erase evidence. When police questioned Leslie's husband, Carl or Sandy Prier, they found his behavior suspicious, especially when he revealed that he and Leslie had been having issues in their marriage. Sandy expressed that there were tensions between them over Leslie's frequent use of alcohol. Investigators asked him to take a polygraph test, which he failed. He was shaping up to be a major suspect for Leslie's murder. However, there had been DNA under Leslie's fingernails from when she tried to fight off her attacker. Police discovered this DNA did not match her husband, Sandy Prier. In fact, the DNA found under Leslie's fingernails did not match anyone in the National CODIS system. With this new mystery at hand, investigators were unable to identify Leslie's killer, and the case went cold for more than 2 decades. In 2023, detectives Augustin and Dupuy were assigned to the cold case unit for the Montgomery County Department of Police in Maryland. They used new technology to determine the genetic ancestry of the DNA from Leslie's attacker. This linked them to a Romanian family line, which was related to the last name Gligor. Leslie Prier's daughter Lauren had a high school boyfriend named Eugene Gligor. The two had dated for 5 years before they parted ways in 1999. At the time of Leslie's death in 2001, Eugene was never taken in for questioning. Remembering his name from the case file, detectives decided to investigate Gligor and his family. They tailed Eugene to obtain his DNA, and when they found it was a match, they arrested him on June 18, 2024.
Hi, Eugene.
Hello.
So I'll be going back on water, right? Okay.
I
And
did.
I'll be able to,
If we
see when you, yeah.
need a break or something, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
I am Detective Augustin. This is Detective Dupuy.
Hi there.
From Montgomery County.
Okay.
I'm sure you're wondering what this is all
I
about.
would really like to know.
Yeah.
This has been really hard, whatever's
Sure.
happening.
Well, we're going to get through all of that with you. We just have to do some paperwork real quick.
Yep.
before we can talk to you about anything, we have to read you your rights. So I have some of this filled out already, but what is your physical condition today? Do you have any injuries? Are you feeling okay?
I mean, I'm feeling a little bit caught off guard, and I'm from the handcuffs. There's seems to be a lump on my hand. I don't know if it
Okay.
is, but you know, I have no idea. Is it swelling? Is it a blood clot? I don't know.
Okay.
I've been holding my hand above my heart just so hopefully it helps to heal. You know, otherwise, health conditions. I mean, I'm getting over tonsillitis, so I've been under the weather.
Okay.
Eugene seems to jump at the opportunity to talk about himself, and immediately theorizes he might have a wrist injury from the handcuffs he was wearing earlier. This seems like a bid for some kind of compassion from the detectives, which ultimately goes unnoticed.
But
I've
nothing
been through
that-
antibiotics from that, and yeah, I mean, nothing.
All right. Nothing that's clouding your mental judgment or anything like that, though. All right. All right, I'm going to read this to you. If you want me to stop or repeat anything, just interrupt me, okay? You have the right now and at any time to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to a lawyer before and during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. You have the right to be taken promptly before a district court commissioner who is a judicial officer not connected with the police. A commissioner will inform you of each offense you are charged with and the penalties for each offense, provide you with a written copy of the charges against you, advise you of your right to counsel, make a pre-trial custody determination, and advise you whether you have a right to a preliminary hearing before a judge at a later time. Do you understand what I've just said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to let you look over this again. I just need you to initial each of those lines and sign right there. And that's only saying that we read this to you and that you understand. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, we are from Montgomery County. We actually work in the cold case unit. We investigate crimes that have been unsolved for quite a period of time. We investigate homicides and rapes.
Eugene has been subconsciously nodding his head as he converses with the detective, but in a moment, she will ask about his relationship with Lauren Preer.
So we were working on a case that came from Chevy Chase. And when we were going through the case file, your name was in there as someone that was related to the family, whether we have a big list of people, but friends, family, something like that. So do you recall back in 2001, Leslie Preer?
Yes, that she was murdered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the case that we are investigating. So you went to BCC with her daughter at the time?
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay. And what was your relationship with Lauren, the daughter?
We had dated.
Okay. And when did you guys date? Do you remember years?
Exact dates, I'm not entirely sure.
Were you in high school or was it after high school?
Yeah, it was high school. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe like 1994 to 1997 or something around there.
Okay.
This could be a cue that he doesn't want to discuss the topic of Lauren, or there's something to do with her that he's not willing to say.
And from your dates of birth, I can see you're a little bit younger than Lauren. So was she already graduated from high school, or were you guys both still in high school when you guys were dating?
We were both in high school. She had finished high school, and I believe we had dated for a few months while she was in college, but that was it.
Okay. So back then, when you guys were dating, where did you live?
I lived in with my mother in Rockville.
Okay.
You'll notice that Eugene is talking very slowly. He likely knows the conversation is headed back to the topic of Leslie's murder, and wants to delay this for as long as he can.
Do you remember the address or what street or anything?
I wish I did. I don't.
Okay. And you said you lived with your mother. Were your parents separated?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did your dad live?
He lived in Chevy Chase, and yeah.
Do you know the street or
Yeah,
neighborhood or
Brookside Drive.
Brookside
Yeah.
Drive? Okay.
Yeah.
And so you and Lauren had dated well before her mother was killed. Do you remember, like, were you still in touch with Lauren when this stuff happened to her mom?
No, we had broken up a couple years before, at least. Maybe longer, I'm not sure. And I believe I reached out just to send my regards, and maybe saw her a couple times, and but that was it.
Okay. Do you remember how you found out about it?
I remember I was at work, and I believe she had actually told me that she had come into where I was working at a restaurant, and she had told me that what had happened.
What restaurant was that? Do you remember?
It was a restaurant called Black's
Okay.
in Bethesda.
Okay. Let me see. So you guys were just kind of cordial at the time, but you weren't really close. It's not like you guys kept touch that much.
Correct.
Okay. When you guys were dating, how close were you with the family? Like, did you spend a lot of time at their house, or did you know them real well?
I knew the family. I, definitely spent time. She spent time at my house. I've spent time at her house. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So how were you close with her parents?
I mean, I wouldn't say close with them. I don't know how much. I don't know if close would be the right word. But they were friendly with me and nice to me. So, yeah, I mean.
Okay. Let me see. Were you at her house a lot of the time? Or did you guys spend more time at your house? Or what did you guys do when you...
I mean, it was a mix. My house, her house, being out. I mean, we're young and teenagers, so there was, going out and...
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say your house, was it your mom's house or your dad's house or both?
Probably my mom's house more so, because I lived with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you found out about Lauren's mom, do you remember who you were dating at the time, or were you dating anybody?
I don't recall who I was dating at the time, but yeah, no, I'm not 100% certain.
Okay.
I mean, I had been dating, but I'm not sure.
Okay, and so you were working at a bar. What else was going on in your life at that time?
I can't recall. I mean,
were you working, or were you in school,
23 years
college,
ago.
or?
I worked. I think I was taking classes in college at the time.
Where did you go to college?
Montgomery College.
Okay. In the Rockville or Tacoma Park?
But I took classes at both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you were younger, did you ever get in any trouble with the police or anything?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not that I can recall.
Okay. How well did you know Lauren's mom? Like, was there ever any kind of a weird relationship between you two after Lauren?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't in touch, so I don't...
Okay. So you were never, like, dating Lauren's mom or anything like that, behind the scenes?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't ever in touch, that...
Okay. So the reason that we wanted to talk to you is because a lot of the people whose names are in the case file, they've been interviewed throughout the years, and they've been asked to give DNA samples to compare to DNA from the crime scene. And most of the pretty much everybody that's in the list has been talked to, has been eliminated as a suspect. Your name was actually in the file, but they never reached out to you or never spoke to you for some reason. So that's why we wanted to reach out to you and see if you remember or recall anything about the time when Leslie was killed, anything that you remember about your life at the time that like could be relevant, any relationships you had with the family or anything like that.
I really don't recall.
Okay. So from the crime scene, we have DNA from the person who was there when Leslie died. So there's Leslie's blood all over the place, obviously, but then there's also another DNA profile that was picked up from the crime scene. And we had put that into CODIS, our database from the National CODIS DNA Index System, and it has never hit. So whoever was there, whoever's DNA was also on the scene, has never been arrested. And that's why we were going through doing all these elimination DNA samples to find out, you know, okay, well, this person couldn't have done it because we matched their DNA to it. So we realized that they never talked to you, never did anything, and we wanted to find out more about you and if there was any kind of situation where you could have been at the house at that time.
I'm a little confused. So to find out more and talk to me, why not just call me and ask me to come in and talk to me versus have marshals come and arrest me and bring me in? I'm just confused as to why that's the case.
By this point in the interview, Eugene likely still believes he can find a way out of this situation. He's asking this question as a way to find out what the detectives know or don't know about his involvement.
Well, because we needed to talk to you in a controlled environment, and because there's a little bit more to it than what we've told you so far.
Could you tell me?
Well, we're getting there. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to be a little bit forthcoming before we...
I mean, I feel a little bit trapped here, like...
Well, you're under arrest, so you should feel trapped.
Right, and so I think, you know, I mean, probably asking for a lawyer is my best course of action at this point.
Okay.
Instead of doing any more discussing or talking about it, it just doesn't seem... I don't understand, so I'd like to have somebody...
Well, that's why we're trying to talk to you about it.
I know,
But we can't...
and there's two of you and one of me, so
Sure.
I feel a little outnumbered, and I probably would need some type of representation if I am under arrest, as you said, which I am.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I think that having a lawyer would be the best for me in my interest at this point.
That's totally fine. And we don't have to ask you any more questions, but we are going to just tell you some stuff.
Okay.
Okay? So from the crime scene, the DNA that was taken, we actually have a sample of your DNA, and it was compared to the crime scene DNA, and it matched. So we know that you were there at the time when Leslie died.
But I never gave a sample of DNA.
That's correct. We obtained a sample from a discarded water bottle that you drank out of. So you were followed, and we collected it after you discarded it into the trash, and it was swabbed and it was compared. So your DNA matches the crime scene DNA.
I don't know what to say. I have no recollection. I have no memory. I don't know what to say.
An innocent person would confidently deny that they had anything to do with a murder. They might suggest there's been a mistake with the DNA, or even become angry at being accused. Eugene's instinct to instead insist that he doesn't remember being there is a sign that he knows he's not innocent.
Okay, well, that's why we wanted to talk to you, to find out if there's any other explanation. But we can't ask you any more questions if you want a lawyer present.
Yeah, I think I should have a lawyer present. I don't know what to do or say. It doesn't make sense to me, so I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Do you have a lawyer that you...
No.
Okay.
I don't have to call. I don't know. I probably would call my girlfriend and ask her to help find somebody. I don't know.
You know, we wanted to try to see if there was another angle or another side to this story, and
I mean,
you know, we
why
know
would my
that
DNA be there?
That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
figure out.
So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I mean, I was in the house, but it was years before. You
Correct.
know, when I dated her.
correct.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I don't understand. This is all very bewildering, very strange. Is there more that you're gonna tell me? Is there more?
I mean, we've told you plenty. We can't continue to ask you questions.
If you want to keep talking, we can. But if you want to stop, you have to let us know for sure.
Yeah.
We can tell you more about, you know, what we think happened.
I don't. I mean, what you think happened? I don't know. I can't verify. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't have any memory. I didn't do anything that you're talking about, so I don't know. And I don't feel like I can. I don't know how to answer and go into. I don't want to try incriminate myself with questions. You guys are professionals. I'm not. I don't know. I really do think I need an attorney. I need to use the phone and I need to call someone and I need legal representation before I respond to anything else.
Okay, that's fine. We're not going to ask you any more questions. There's no tears coming out of your face.
I'm very dry right now.
You're dry?
I'm very dry. I'm parched.
I
I'm
give you some
dehydrated. You
There's
can probably
water.
see my eyes are bloodshot red because I'm just tired and drained. I don't know what's going on. You want me to drink water so I can tear? Like, what
No,
the
I
fuck
don't
is
want you
wrong
to tear.
with you?
I don't want you to tear. I just don't
What
want
are you
you
trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that this seems a little put on.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh my God, you're so full of it. You're after. This is the police. This is, yes, like it makes sense. You know, it's in your eyes, it's guilty until proven innocent. I get it.
Well,
Honey, your DNA was in the crime scene. That's why, like,
and
there's a
But
reason.
there's due process, right? Due process. So you're saying I'm guilty before I've even been put into a court of law?
I'm
like,
saying
or
that
a-
there's
or
probable cause
legal,
to
or-
believe that you were there when
I think
she
what you were
died.
saying was the contrary to that. So okay, but I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know.
so
know.
what we're trying to figure out is how your blood was at the scene that day.
If there's an alternate explanation, that's why we wanted to talk to you today, okay? So I feel like you just need to take a breath for a second, okay? That's what we're trying to figure out. Why is your blood there?
Could it have been, you know, an interrupted burglary? Did something happen where you didn't expect anybody to be home?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't recall. Again, you're asking me questions that I don't know.
I'm not
and
asking
I
you a
asked
question.
you did. You just asked me a question, and I asked for legal representation, and you guys are very smug looking at me like I've done something, and of course it's innocent until proven guilty, right? Am I wrong or am I right?
You are entitled to your due process, absolutely.
This is insane. This is insane.
Eugene is on a mission to victimize himself. The handcuffs hurt his wrist. He feels trapped, outnumbered, manipulated. He seems to think he can paint this situation as unfair treatment from police, rather than him being guilty of a ruthless murder.
I really don't know what else to say other than please allow me to. You
Sure.
you read it to me, right? That
Yep.
I am allowed legal representation.
Absolutely.
This would be the best thing for me to do right now.
We
I
are
don't
not
understand.
going to ask you any more questions.
Nope.
You said you wanted to know more, so we were telling you more.
I'm sorry. I'm really on edge and
I can see.
upset and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. You would like legal representation? That is absolutely your right. We will not ask you any more questions. All right?
And how do I go about doing this?
Well, we're done talking to you. They're going to walk you back over to processing, and once they are done, I don't know if they've done fingerprints and all that stuff with you yet. Once they're done with all that, and you meet with, I think in DC, you're going to still meet with a commissioner and be charged with this paperwork for this, or be served with it, and then you'll have an opportunity to make whatever phone calls you need to make.
Okay.
I believe that's the process. We're in DC, so I'm not super, that's how it is in Maryland.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And then at some point, you will be taken back over to Maryland, and then you will figure out what they're going to do in terms of an attorney, because you're in DC now. So I don't know if you need a different lawyer unless they're both Maryland and DC bar certified. I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but they'll explain it all to you when you get over there.
And if
That's
at
a
any
whole
time
different branch.
you want to talk to us with your lawyer present, we can make arrangements for that. Okay?
I'm really confused, and I'm really at a loss, and I don't know, I don't have any recollection of being involved with any of this.
You keep saying you don't remember and you don't have any recollection, but if somebody was not involved, it would be an adamant, I didn't do this.
Oh, I didn't do it. I definitely didn't do it. Like, this is absolutely, this is, you know, I've been an alcoholic in recovery for years now. I've been sober for years. And there are many, many times in which earlier life wasn't great. You know, abusive father, issues that, you know, but at the same time, this isn't something that I know I didn't do it. I know I wasn't involved. And I just don't understand how this has come to this. I really wish I knew. And I really wish I could give you some answers and give you more feedback from an honest perspective, because I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know
either. That's why we wanted to talk to you. I don't know why your blood is there also. I don't know.
Wow.
The only person that knows is Leslie, and she can't tell us.
Wow. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Do I get to make phone call?
Yeah,
Do I get
we're all done. Do you have any other questions for us?
I don't know. If something comes up, I'm freaking flabbergasted. I don't know what to say or what to do or what to think right now.
Okay.
Well, really...
after you talk to your attorney, if you want to talk to us again, my name and information is on the paperwork that you're going to get. You can have your attorney reach out to Montgomery County. He'll be able to figure out, or he or she, whoever, will be able to figure out how to get in touch with us. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I think they need it, put in a code.
In a moment, the detective will briefly check her phone. How dare she be so casual during such a serious moment of Eugene's life? Eugene had requested a lawyer, but instead tried to call his girlfriend. When he's told he's not allowed to do that yet, he continues to whine about how the police are bullying him.
Who is it you're trying to call?
I'm trying to call my girlfriend so she can try to find me a lawyer. I mean, I don't have any lawyer's numbers, so I would need to help with that.
If you want to continue talking to us with a lawyer, that's one thing. If you want to just find a lawyer, then you can do that after they serve you with the paperwork and everything. So is that,
What do you mean? I'm a little confused.
so are you trying to get a lawyer to sit with you while we talk to you, or do you just want to talk to a lawyer and then
I
be
mean,
done with it?
I want to talk to my girlfriend and let her know what's happened, but she has no idea. We
Right.
live together.
Okay, so you can make that phone call after you're served with the paperwork and
But
everything.
in addition, I need to call. I need a number I don't have a number for a lawyer, so I was going to call her and ask for her assistance with
Right.
it.
Right. When you get over to the jail, you'll be able to make that phone call. I thought you were calling a lawyer right now. I'm sorry. That was my mistake.
But I'm calling somebody that will call a lawyer for me. And she
What
just
we're trying to
mentioned it's
figure
up to
out-
you for me to make a phone call.
Sir, what we're trying to figure out is if you want the lawyer to be here while we're talking to you and questioning you, or if you're just ready.
Yes, I would.
So do you
I
want to
would.
continue talking to us, or do you
But
just want to talk to a lawyer?
with a lawyer present, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to, but I need to understand my rights and have some representation instead of me being alone. 2 against 1 is not.
Okay,
Well, and you can also have that opportunity when you get to Maryland.
yeah.
Eugene pleaded guilty to second-degree murder on May 7th, 2025. He did not provide a reason for committing the crime, and claims his actions occurred while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. On August 28th, 2025, he was sentenced to 22 years in prison.